Hey y'all, it's Ladies Vibez
with Golden.
and Ty, and today's topic we're talking about growth.
Let's get into it. Whew. What isn't different? Like, that's kind of the point when you ask that question. It's like, if you can look up 10 years from now and everything's exactly the same, are you even doing anything? Like, are you making any sort of progress in your life? And if you're not, that's a good chance to reevaluate. In the last 10 years is a long time. In the last 10 years, what can you say has changed about you? What can you say is different? Like, are things still the same? And if something is still the same, has it improved? So for me, I would say that everything about me, that who I was 10 minutes ago ain't even the same. Forget 10 years ago. Who I was then, telling you should have caught me then. Because who I am now, ain't got time. So
10 years ago, my resume is boomed up. You heard I got a lot more experience. Now I elevated a lot in my career, what I want to go for, and money-wise, and relationship-wise, and even just being a single parent. The growth of knowing how to deal with different situations and how to deal with my kids with different situations, because at the times it's now the way they're growing up is completely different. So the way I was handling it 10 years ago, you know what I mean, like, oh, let's be the sweet mom, you know what I mean, because I was my grandma ain't played that, you know, I was gonna be the king, but you know, I didn't want to be there, but you have to be that. So I didn't want to be that mom, like, put hands and feet all the time, but I see I have to do that, you know. So now, you know, you get hands and feet. What you did?
Hello?
Hands and feet. But my growth is up there. I'm very happy at where I'm at now than what I was 10 years ago. Very mature. I handle situations very differently, a whole lot, because before I was just ready to fight. I didn't care, you know what I mean, because I'm the type, I runs my mouth. I am that person, because I feel I will get beat up one day, you know what I mean, but fortunately that day didn't come. So I'll be the type to run my mouth because my hands match my mouth. But you know, I don't do that no more. That doesn't solve anything. It's a waste of energy. So just now I'm able to just move away from the situation and not go to jail. So I'm very proud of myself for how I grew up from then to now.
I would say 25. I've done so much better at 30 than I did back in my 20s, but 25 would definitely be the hardest year for me. That was when I determined I was really reaching adulthood. So 25 for me.
I got 2 years. I don't know. Can't remember right now at the time how old I was. But I know one of the years is when I lost my grandmother, because she's my mother and she's the one that raised me to become who I am. So that was really rough for me to when she had passed. And then I believe I was 29. When I was 29 years old, that was the first time I ever got my heart broken. And it was really rough for me to come back, and that was a really rough year. That's the first time I was 28, 29. That was the first time I ever got my heart broken. I don't ever want to feel like that ever again. That was really rough, because it was hard for me to get back to how I was. You know, it was really bad. You know, gaining weight and stuff, but that was rough. So those 2 years in my life, it was. Don't go to eat crown fried, try to eat crown fried thighs and your life away, because then you're gonna gain a lot of weight, and then it's hard to get it to the live around the corner for crown fried. But don't go and eat your feelings away, because you're getting a lot of weight and you don't know what happens, and then it's hard to get it off. It's easy to gain in, it's hard to get it off. Sorry.
I would tell myself that just keep moving. Like, there was a point where I was just like stagnant, and you know, like, the world creates this false illusion of busy, and I felt like I fell into that false illusion while meanwhile things were actually happening around me. And then it's like, wait a minute, I'm not actually doing anything. Things are moving so fast around me that I'm the one standing still, not even realizing that it's me. So I'm like, I would tell myself, get moving faster and don't dwell on the situation. Don't dwell on what happened. Just keep moving, keep getting things done. Growth starts with your mindset, honestly. Like, where your mind is, that's when you know where you are in your level of maturity. Growth, it really does begin in the mind. It doesn't even begin with all the things you do, like action-wise. It begins what you think. And what you think is what comes to fruition. And what things you dwell on in your mind is the things that grow in your life. So if you're dwelling on heartbreak and sadness and being broke and everything else in between, and those things are not getting any better in your life, all your thoughts are harvesting those things to grow. And you don't want that. So the signs that you're growing is when your mindset starts to change. Like when your mindset get that full 180, not that 360 because you can be right back where you were. That 180 where it just flips, then you know that you're starting to grow. Because who you used to be, things you used to do, you no longer do. And that's because it started in your mind.
The signs of growth is basically like what you no longer entertain, what you know, like what brought you to that point of, you know what I mean, harvesting your feelings and being sad and being depressed or mad and angry. When you realize that you're not entertaining those things no more, or you allow those people or situations around your circle or into your life, that's when you realize that you have growth. Those are some signs that you're going to start entertaining certain things, and you know that you just leave those things alone. You'll see the difference in you, and you'll see that how you're growing and your transition is happening. Playground, you're the bully and he's the kid you're bullying because you don't understand that you don't want to play right, and it's becoming really annoying. You know, I'm tired trying to get you to be on the same page with me, and you still want to be a little kid. And I mind you having some kind of, because I could be a little kid sometimes too, but it's an on and off switch. You need to know when to be a kid and when not to be a kid. You know, it's just too old for that. I ain't got time for that. You want to play your game, that's fine. You can play your system, that is okay. But when it's time to get up and go clock that clock, then go punch that clock. I don't want to be the only one punching that clock and I come home and you're still sitting in your soils and all that, marinating in your soils, but you're still sitting on the PlayStation 4 or the Xbox. I don't want to see that, and I don't even want to still going out there. I don't want to see that, okay? So,
Okay.
yeah, maybe their juices, yeah, you know that game turn on, they don't know how to act, but you know, you gotta know how to turn it off and turn it on. That's it. We could be immature, you know what I mean, a little bit, play around silliness together, you know what I mean, but then when it's time to get real and try to do this real life thing and get it together, then we need to be on the same page.
Dating, for me, I'm sorry. When I'm growing, it's like that seed. It's like we could both go in the ground at the same time, be covered by dirt, watered and nurtured at the same time, but I'm growing and you're still a seed. I'm sorry, but I can't. Like, it's really hard for me to date while I'm in a process of bettering myself and maturing and becoming who I'm supposed to be. People's issues with that is like, I think we said it in like one of the first few episodes, like when you're trying to learn and love yourself, that requires isolation. It requires you to be alone. So me growing, the sign that I'm growing and you're not growing with me is usually a sign that I gotta keep growing by myself. Like, you're cool, I like getting to know you, but like we either gotta grow together or we can't go together. Sorry. All right, ladies, that's all the time we have for today. So make sure that you are glowing up and growing up.
Catch us on 7:30 p.m. every Monday. Next time on
Ladies Vibez with Golden and Ty. Peace.